welcome back to Containing Luxury. On this episode, we're going to be explaining how we picked this container up and got it on this trailer. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with why we ended up having to pick this container up and put it on this trailer. So this was a customer that was up in South Carolina, or was and is in South Carolina, but they wanted to not deal with a trucking company and be able to move their container around themselves. So the best solution we found was, let's custom design a trailer that now we're offering and get this thing loaded on a bumper pull or a tow behind standard trailer application that he could tow with his F-150 or any 3/4 ton truck. So that's how we ended up in this situation where we're like, we got to figure out how to now lift these containers straight up in the air and back a trailer underneath it and land it perfectly on the four corners. So that's what led us down this crazy road of these devices here. So these things are called Bison jacks. They're very difficult to find in the United States. I believe they're made in Australia or New Zealand. I always mix the two up, but one of those two places. So we actually got in contact with Bison jacks, and since we needed to purchase them, they started looking into Containing Luxury, and they were like, hey, will you guys become a dealer for us? Now, we paid full price for these. This is not an advertisement. We just wanted to say, if you get stuck in a situation where you need to pick a container straight up in the air and get it set down either on the ground or lift it to get a trailer underneath, this was the only application we could find that was safely allowing us to do that. And they're just chain hoists. You could probably make your own system, but this one was engineered. They're not a cheap setup. If it's something you're interested in, you can go to Bison Jacks or just Google Bison Jacks. You can see exactly how much they cost on their website, and then you can order them through us to get them into the US. But we can kind of throw some of the B-roll in here where we have this thing hoisted up into the air. It's about just shy of 4 feet in the air. We get this container loaded on, and then we get it pulled into our shop, and we realize, man, we just loaded this container the wrong way. We have to turn it around. So we have to take the container back out of our shop, pick it up in the middle of the street out here, and take the trailer off, turn the trailer around and back it back under and set the container back on. Major rookie mistake. Luckily, the Bison jacks actually made that pretty easy for us to do, and it gave us a little bit more experience using them. Now we feel a lot more comfortable that we can do this pretty simply. So disregard all these crazy trailers we got, or ladders we got here set up. We're about to repaint this entire unit. He wants to go with like a gunmetal color, so we're about to get this thing James Bonded out. But this trailer right now, this was completely custom designed. So we have jacks on all four corners for leveling it out if it's on uneven ground, and stabilization so that when you're walking around in there, the whole thing's not rocking or shaking. We've got a super heavy duty tongue jack there so that you can easily, jack it up and get it disconnected from your truck. And then this was one thing I really wanted, because I'm gonna end up getting one of these for myself. I wanted to have a platform up here that you could use to either put your bikes up here when you're traveling, or put a generator, maybe some propane tanks, water holding tanks, whatever it is. I guarantee I'm gonna find a reason to use this storage platform here on the front. And this is generally where you're gonna find all your utility connections anyway. So more than likely, this is gonna be used for something to power this thing, or some application for storage. But this container just bolts right onto this trailer through these pegs here on all four corners. So even though it's sitting on here, it cannot slide off right now. This container would have to lift up at least 5 inches up off the entire container on all four corners for it to be able to slide off. But just as a backup, we're gonna bolt this thing to that trailer on all four corners with big grade 8 bolts, and that's gonna stop this thing from being able to go anywhere. You can actually see we got this thing powered up right now. So we've got, just the basics that you find in pretty much all of our 20-foot models. You're gonna have a smoke detector, full bathroom, a kitchenette. This customer wanted to delete doing a full-size fridge, so he's just got an under cabinet fridge. How would you lift it DIY? Oh gosh. All right, so Ryan wants to know, he's got all the good ideas for questions for these videos. So he's saying, how would I lift this container if I didn't have those Bison jacks? That's a very good question. So we have done this multiple times, lifting containers into the air, but never where we had to lift it and set it directly onto something. So honestly, that was one of the rabbit holes that we went down on Google and YouTube to kind of figure out what were our options for lifting containers directly up into the air. And literally short of a crane, we found nothing. And we don't want to have to call for a crane company every single time we have to do this. And for us, it was worth the investment of buying the Bison jacks. But if this is a one-time thing for you, honestly, the safest, like don't try and like farm jack these things up, bottle jack them, balance them, don't get crazy with it. By the time you get into that, you're gonna hurt somebody, something's gonna get damaged, or somebody might die. And a crane is not that expensive, but it's not super cheap either. But a crane is gonna be your safest, best way to be able to hoist from the roof on those 4 corner casters, pick that thing straight up, get your trailer positioned or whatever it is you're trying to set it on, your foundation, and set it right down onto it. That's really your only option. For us, we need to be lifting them, putting trailers under, putting them on, and sending them out the door. So the Bison jacks turned out to be the best way for us to pull that off. The cost of the trailer. So what does the trailer cost? We always just make this a pass-through for our clients because we're not building the trailer. We have a company that we teamed up with down here in Central Florida. They're building these trailers for us. We came up with a design and we've kind of worked together to engineer this system. So these things are only about 9,500 bucks. We have done some upgrades to this one, adding in that tongue jack and upgrading all the tires to 14 ply. I had a crazy adventure coming back from Texas about 3 weeks ago where I blew out 4 tires at different times on my 2019 trailer. And it turned out they were just cheap tires. It wasn't overweighted. The weight was perfectly leveled out on the trailer. So it was no issue other than just cheap trailer tires. So immediately I started upgrading all my tires to like 14 or 16 ply. So I did not want my customers having to deal with that. So I went ahead for this guy and was like, hey, let's just immediately start putting 14 ply tires right off the bat. So that was a little bit spendier. So this thing, I would just budget about $10,000 if that's something you're interested in doing. We can supply you just trailers and we can supply you just containers. So if that's something you're interested in, you're like, hey, I really want to build my own container, you could buy a kit from us, you could buy a container from us, and we can help you get with the trailer company to get your own trailer. So if that's something you're interested in, just hit the link in the description. That's going to be to containingluxury.com. If you're looking at maybe putting your container on a trailer, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be this trailer. You could get any 20-foot flat deck trailer as long as it meets the payload requirements of the container you're building. So it's gonna be a heavy duty, it's not gonna be some little utility trailer. It has to be an over deck, meaning the deck goes over the wheels. So we actually have one out back. Ryan will throw in some B-roll right here. Here's that B-roll, look at that beautiful flat deck 20-foot trailer. So that guy right there would be a perfect application where if we were just delivering these or I already own this trailer and I want to get a container on it, I could use those Bison jacks, lift this thing up, pop that sucker right on the top of it, and then pull away. So it doesn't have to be a custom trailer like this. You could get creative and fasten that container to a 20-foot flat deck like that. Again, as long as it meets the payload, but always check that. A lot of people we see driving down the road with overweighted trailers or underrated vehicles. And I am a big believer in I want my truck way overrated for the amount that it's towing, and I do the exact same thing with my hitches, with my trailers. You get, again, like the weakest point in your chain is what you're limited to. So if you have a low strength ball attachment, doesn't matter if your hitch is rated to 30,000 pounds, you only have a 6,000 pound ball there. So you got to check every single step when you're towing this amount of weight. So that's just a disclaimer for safety there. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways to move containers around, but I would recommend a 20-foot flat deck or over deck trailer or one of these bad beasts right here. What else, Ryan? Any more questions? Viewer questions? Any more questions? Hit the comments below. let us know. We're here to answer questions, and we have some big announcements of coming back to you guys with the original video content that we started, which is the DIY type of stuff, a lot more education, so stay tuned for that coming soon. I know we've been saying that for a while now, but we actually have it coming this time. So that's all we got. Containing Luxury, we out.